Hi, welcome. My name is Vilingor, and in today's video I wanted to talk about my experience of becoming a vegan, of going on a permanent vegan diet. So maybe the first question that I would like to answer is, why am I making this video? So it's for the purpose of testimony. First of all, because when I was getting into veganism and trying to be on a vegan diet permanently, it seemed like something that is impossible to do. That was something just, I don't know, it's weird to explain really, but it seemed like telekinesis, or like seeing ghosts, or like extraterrestrials. It seemed like something that is impossible to do, something that is impossible to achieve. Because also maybe because I did not know anybody who was vegan or vegetarian personally, and also I tried to switch to a vegetarian diet a few times in my life, and I failed many times over through the years. Again and again I failed, again and again. So it was kind of this holy grail, this something that one searches for, but it's just unattainable, something like that. And I want to make this video to tell people that it actually can work. It is working for me, and yeah, so that new people coming into and interested into vegan diet can, gain some confidence out of this video, some reassurance, let's put it that way. I'm not here to promote veganism. I'm not here to tell you what to do in your life. I don't like that. I don't like it when people do that. I don't approve of that. I believe in letting everybody live their own life as they see fit. So I live by the motto, live and let others live. So the shaming that goes on from a certain minority of a vegan population, the shaming, the blaming, the saying, "Oh, you are animal killers," and all of that. That's not me. That's not the approach I approve of, and that's not what I am about. So there are these two camps. And I don't approve of both. So on one part there are these vegan people on vegan diet that as I said, are pretty aggressive against the omnivore people. And then there's a certain part of omnivore people that is also kind of blaming the vegan kind of a diet and accusing the vegan kind of a diet of being harmful and dangerous and I don't know, unhealthy in many ways. And I think both of these are wrong approaches to the thing. And just putting it out. That's just my opinion, that's just my stance on the topic. So, why did I go vegan? Well, I did it for selfish reasons. And I think doing something for selfish reasons is the only way to do it right. Because ultimately I think everything we do for selfish reasons. And it's just a matter of honesty to say so. And also people that do it for other reasons, it seems to me like, for example, to save the planet, to save the animals, it seems to me like it doesn't work. if a person is doing it for other reasons than just pure selfishness. And yeah, so I did not do it for the animals, I did not do it for the planet, although those are all good things. I did it for myself because I believe, I think, it seems to me that the vegan diet is a better way of, is a more quality food. I see vegan diet as a step forward, in the same way like we used to ride horses and today we drive cars because it's more effective, it's faster, and so on. So I see a vegan diet in that same way. And again, this is just my opinion. I don't have to be right, of course, but just saying how I see things. And let's get into the nitty-gritty more or less of my vegan diet. First off, maybe it's important to say that many people would be interested in this. How strict am I about my vegan diet? How much do I stick to my guns, so to speak? Well, yeah, I'm pretty disciplined with this. I really did not eat any kind of meat for a long time now, and dairy and eggs and none of it. Sometimes here and there, for example, this year I ate some candies that had in them like milk, powdered milk, and some eggs, probably. But that just happened once this year. So I'm not perfect, but for the most part, 99%, I am sticking to this diet. And oh yeah, I also eat honey. That's something that let's say I guess it's not part of mainstream vegan diet, because honey is also considered to be a product of animals, but I don't care. I just eat honey because it's still, I think, product of the plants, because it's not the bees that actually do the honey. The bees just collect the honey. Well, they collect pollen and then turn it into honey by adding some of their own substances, saliva, something like that, I guess. But the bees collect the pollen, and it's basically the flowers that make the honey, for the most part, I would say. So I think it's okay. And so for how long have I been vegan? Well, it's about 3 years now, almost 3 years now, maybe even a little bit more. So yeah, 3 years in currently. And how is my health? Well, it's good. It's all is well. I cannot complain. And it's pretty much as it used to be, maybe even better, as it used to be when I was an omnivore. So one of the things that happened immediately after I switched to the vegan diet is that I lost like 5 kilograms, 5 kilos, considering my usual kind of a weight, body weights. And that's 5 kilos is about 11 pounds. And it's a very interesting thing that this happened. And it was kind of a drop that happened once I started this vegan diet. It happened once, and it stayed that way, pretty much stable. So, yeah, what happened there, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's that. And how does it feel? How does it feel to be on a vegan diet? Does it feel differently daily, or when you eat the food? Actually not. Actually no. It just feels normal. Like the feeling of everyday feeling of going through my day and of having meals and feeling satiated. it's the same. There's no difference. Maybe a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit cleaner the body feels, kinda, maybe. It might be also just my impression. And I wanted to say here an opinion of mine, that something that came to my mind. We usually consider a vegan diet like something that is so out of this world, so strange, so different from the usual omnivore diet. But it came to my mind, this realization, that I'm basically eating the same stuff, I mean basically, as before, as when I was an omnivore. Because the basic components of food that I'm eating, the proteins, the minerals, the vitamins, the calories, all of that is basically the same amounts, and it's basically the same. Vitamins is the same, proteins is the same stuff, just from different sources, just from plants. So I'm basically eating the same stuff, just the source of this basic constructing blocks is from plants and not from meat. And I think the advantage of that is that there is less toxins in the plants. That's just how it seems to be to me. And so there is this big thing. I want to tackle one myth, one big scare that there is around a vegan diet, and that is, you will not have the proteins. You need proteins, and if you don't eat, you will not have it. Now, this was a big scare at the time when I was switching to a vegan diet, and everybody was talking about this, and this was just a big thing. And it's been 3 years, guys, and I'm fine. And so it's a story that does not have any basis in reality, just by practice. It's not a theory. I'm still here. I'm not like skin and bones, because proteins are supposed to be like these building blocks to the human body. It's what the muscles and the tissue is made of. So I would have shrunk in 3 years to just a skeleton. But yeah, I'm not. I have energy. I'm still alive and kicking and all that. So that, I think, it's just a scare. It has nothing to do with the actuality. It's a false theory, if you want to. And then there is the question of the vitamin B12. Also, I want to talk a little bit about that. But just before I go into that, I want to say that I'm not a medical expert. And also I want to say, not that I would trust one. I think we overly trust our medical establishment, and we consider them infallible, which is very not good. Everything needs to be doubted. And they make mistakes, and they are wrong about many things, I think. And they are right about many things, the medical establishment. And also it depends what kind of a medic, what kind of a doctor you are asking. I mean, not what kind. Every person, every doctor has a different point of view on medicine and what one should do. But I'm talking about the mainstream medicine, kind of, in the West, more or less, that we need to stop the idolizing the medicine and consider it perfect and infallible. It is not. And I also want to say, if you are interested in trying the vegan diet, I would for sure advise caution. I would for sure advise flexibility and listening to one's own body and careful observation of what is happening. I would most certainly advise not to starve yourself, not to be hungry, because if you are starving and if you are hungry, that's a sign that you are doing something wrong. And this happened to me, actually. In a first period, when I started with the vegan diet, for some time there I was kind of hungry almost every day until I realized what I needed to change in my diet. I mentioned before in this video that I tried several times to go vegetarian and I failed. And now I know why. Because I did not eat the right stuff. So that was the solution to the problem. I needed to eat proper things in proper amounts. I did not, the times I failed as a vegetarian, I did not eat enough calories. I did not eat enough seeds and nuts that have enough calories and that have fats and stuff like that. I did not eat enough maybe beans and stuff like that that has big amounts of proteins. So if you are feeling hungry on a vegan diet, I would advise to inform yourself and to change the amounts and what you eat, and change that up to a point where it's all fine, where you feel satiated and you feel good. So eat enough fruits, enough nuts, enough seeds, enough all of these things so that you don't feel like you're lacking anything. So to the topic of the vitamin B12. So it's been 3 years now and I've been not using any supplements. I bought like a package of B12 pills, and I just left it there in the refrigerator, and I did not use them. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's just another story. It's just another scare. There is also the thing that it might take several years for the lack of vitamin B12 to kick in after maybe 9 or 10 years. So there's that possibility. I'm not excluding anything here. But so far so good. And the reason why I don't think that we need vitamin B12 supplements is that our intestines do produce, there is bacteria in our intestines that does produce B12 vitamin. And I heard also the story that if one uses pills, the thing is that since the body gets the vitamin B12 from pills, if we are using pills, then the body is not incentivized to produce the vitamin for itself. And also there might be a problem that modern industrial food, industrially produced vegetables and fruits are do not have the vitamins and minerals necessary to be nurturing to the body as they should be. So I also take at this point the most of the food that I eat is organic, is homemade kinda, is mostly grown without herbicides, pesticides, and it's good quality food. So maybe that's another reason. That's another important component of not needing any pills or any vitamin supplements or any stuff like that. Then, in the previous video, now let's switch to another topic of passing gases. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything here. So, in the previous video, in one of the former videos of mine, I mentioned that there is this thing of passing gases a lot that happened when I switched my diet. And this was so, and it was like a lot, and but it took a long time, but by this point it actually stabilized. I think, yeah, I still, as we say, I fart here and there, But yeah, it's getting to the point to where it was when I was on the omnivore diet. It is stabilizing, but it took such a long time, and that is also kind of an interesting thing. So yeah, I'm 3 years in, and it's stabilizing now. It's just the normal amount of fart here and there, just for fun, but it's not overwhelming or something like that. So there you go. And so the big question, do I miss meat or dairy? So I always want to be kind of honest, and I always try to be truthful and see things for how they are. So do I feel being drawn to meat? Yes, but. Do I feel drawn to meat, to eating meat? Yes, but. Here's the thing. Sometimes, here and there, I will be walking somewhere, and somebody along the street or near the restaurant or near a house, and somebody would be cooking inside, and I can smell a smell of meat, of a barbecue or something. And yes, I feel like attraction. I feel like I would like to eat it. A hamburger or something like that, and when I see a commercial for it or something like that, yes, that is how it is. But it only happens when I'm hungry. It only happens if I have not eaten already a proper meal of vegetable stuff. And if I did, if I'm satiated, then I don't care. I can pass by it and not notice it. Unless I'm hungry, then yes. So as I mentioned before, I'm eating the same stuff, still, the same proteins, the same vitamins, minerals, just from plant-based source. And when I have those vitamins, minerals, and all that stuff from plants, I don't crave for meat. Do I miss dairy? Yes, again, it's the same thing. Do I miss like butter and stuff like that? Yes, if I'm not eating plant-based fats like peanut butter and stuff like that, that then satiate my need for fats, and then I do not crave butter or stuff like that, cheese or. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. In the end, I just wanted to say that so far, so good. Still alive, still kicking. And what will happen in the future, I don't know. I like to always be flexible. I don't want to be like stick to anything, like firmly and permanently. Everything is a process. I'm always learning. Who knows what I will do tomorrow? Maybe I switch back to the omnivore diet. I'm not excluding that. But as things seem right now, I don't see any reason for doing that. I feel good, and it kind of feels somewhat gross to actually eat meat again. But then again, if I would have to do it for survival, I think I would do it. Yeah, but who knows what the future brings? We will see. Who knows how will I feel and how my health will be in like 10, 11 years from now, but I guess there will be a video about that too at that point. So, take care. Thank you very much for all your support, and on Patreon for all your donations. You are making this interaction possible. So take care and see you in the next one. Bye.